being pretty sick here. I was like, man, the Tory and Combs and Buck and the real Kevo, and I'm like, man, they even when they're disagreeing, they're finding ways to agree. Like, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I'm like, this is going to be hard. I rewatched Shorts all day today. Which, by the way, if you haven't liked this video, like it, share it, and go check out some of the shorts. Great way for you to dip into a show if you don't have a full 2 hours. Get into the shorts that Buck puts a lot of time in his day into those to give you guys a little bit of tidbits of what we're talking about. So I'm diving into those, and I come home from gym elements and stuff, and I throw up the show while I'm trying to get cleaned up and get prepared to get my mind right and get everything set up here. And Buck, I was like, I found 3 weak ones, and what did you do? You just walked right into spilled soup. 15 minutes into this show. First off, 15 minutes into any show, the green jersey New Jersey team should not be any type of storyline on Man Hour until they learn to function as a team. Okay. The New York Jets should not be a storyline. I know it's kind of slow right now, and I know you're not as much of a baseball guy, but AL Cy Young and NL Cy Young went out. We got Rookie of the Year awards in baseball. At least there's awards and stuff like that. You still get the Patriots coming on, as you said, 5 out of 6 in the Thursday night in the rematch of the Super Bowl. 15 minutes in, we're talking about Mike White and Zach Wilson.
Yep.
What a way to just scare away viewers, my friend. Like how people are gonna be 15 minutes into this and be like, is this a joke podcast? What is going on right now? Listen, let me be completely honest, because I know you and I have battled a lot about the sit 1 years, not sit 1 year. I'm no professional scout. I know I love to talk sports and everything like that. But let me tell you, as a Patriots fan, sitting there seeing Bill at pick 15, knowing we needed a quarterback. I know they had Cam, but let's face it, everyone knew that Cam was not going to be the answer, right? He wasn't going to stay there long term, one
Right.
year's here, there. They needed a quarterback. I was never, ever, and I know I'm not a scout, but I was never, ever big on either Trey Lance or Zach Wilson. I watched them play, and I thought Zach Wilson actually had some amazing games if you go back and look at BYU. But they were amazing games against extremely mediocre and crappy college teams. You
Right.
should be doing that if you're a good athletic competitor. Neither one of them translated into the game of the NFL. They just didn't. The two quarterbacks I thought from day one, and I said it well before draft day, were Justin Fields and Mac Jones. Those were the two quarterbacks I thought if there was a chance. So I thought there's no chance they're going to have them, and I was begging the gods, if Fields and Mac Jones are drafted early in this draft, please make sure all the other draft picks get picked up, because I do not want to see Zach Wilson or Trey Lance in a Patriots jersey. I just don't. So I know you and I have argued about this whole, like, do you sit him or do you not? Here's my focus on Zach Wilson. I don't care if you sit him for 5 years or pump him full of steroids every game. He's not a good NFL quarterback. Mike White was, as you said, drafted by another team, and I think this is his third team, is not a good NFL quarterback. You bring in an argument that Mike White is the right choice when you said, I looked at Zach Wilson's bad games, and then I looked at Mike White's bad games, and I said, that's the better option of the two. You're saying that he's a less stinkier pile of garbage or trash, and that's why they should stick with him. That
Right.
makes absolutely no sense. They should stick with either one of them. And there's a reason why they're going to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, out of all the, hanging on the threads of an NFL career type player, still walks in that quarterback room with more skill and ability than those two players combined. Outside of the fact that I'm pretty sure that he's taking up the Jay Cutler approach, is probably smoking cigs out behind the bench and is hobbling around on a hip and is like, doesn't give two craps, and yet he'll still give them a better chance to win. That just shows, though, that they shouldn't be focused on Mike White. They shouldn't be focused on Joe Flacco. They need to just completely retool this. And I don't understand how you let two guys like Justin Fields and Mac Jones go off of the board and you just thought Zach Wilson was the option. I don't get it. I was happy as a Pats fan,
Right.
but at
Right.
some point, for the love of God, in order to keep self-induced pain to not increase in the largest city in America, you got to do something different. And Zach Wilson's not the option. But Mike White's not the option either, Buck. Why are you sitting here 15 minutes into this show hurting our viewers' ears with your comparison of the two? And neither one of them are even in the spot to start this weekend. Please
So,
defend yourself.
so first things first, this was not my idea to speak about this. I was in a thread and I happened to see this and I was like, wow, that's actually a really good point that this person made. They said, look at Josh Rosen and the Arizona Cardinals. When they brought in a new coach, they knew that Josh Rosen wasn't their guy. They let him go, cut him point blank, no questions asked after what, 12 games that he started his rookie year. So with that being said, the reason why I said keep Mike White around was because of that same reason that Arizona let loose of Josh. Is that Zach Wilson is not your answer, so just cut your ties now. It is easier to rebuild after 1 year and a first round pick, than like the next year you you had that number 1 pick again. However, this year's NFL quarterback draft is not very good,
It's
right?
not good.
Yeah.
It's
So that's why you keep a quarterback like Mike White around, just because he can still rally the troops around him. He has that Garner Minshew effect, like, hey, I want to
Oh my God.
play.
Oh
Now,
my
no,
God.
first things first, I hate the mustache mania. I absolutely hate it. I hate the guy with the passion. But for whatever
You
reason,
better back off of my boy Minshew. How dare you
he is
put Mike
trash.
White in the same realm of Gardner Minshew?
You are
This
right.
absolute sex pistol.
Here's Garner
Gardner
Minshew.
Minshew.
Here's Mike White.
You're
Mike
such
White
a
is
joke.
hands and
You're
shoulders
such
over
a
him.
joke. You've
But
seen Mike White